Damn, that was beautiful, man. What the hell? That's sick. And we kind of got like a narrator aside from Keiichi being like, well, a few days later, you know, Mion said that she even kissed me, but I didn't even realize it at the time. That's interesting. That was great. Happy Rena. That was nice. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival.
じゃあ僕はお先に行くですよ。
おっと、僕も早く行っていいポジションを確保しないとな。じゃあみんな、後ほど。
Both Rika-chan and Tomitaka-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd.
二人ともお勤めしっかりでございますよ。ささ、参りましょうでございます。
Everyone's being so nice now.
うん。リカちゃんのあで姿を見に行きますかね。行こう。
あ、あれ、レナは？何やってんだよ。
What? What's going? Where is she? Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. Oh my god.
何やってんだあいつ。熊の世話で手一杯なんだな。
Poor Rena.
じゃあ、ケイちゃんにはレナの世話を頼むかね。
Also, I think the perspective from the CG of like how big that bear was is yeah. Actually, no. It works out. I mean, Rena's small, so there you go.
私はサトコの世話で忙しいし。
Alright, sure.
誰がミオンさんの世話になるでございますの？痛い。手引っ張らないでくださいまし。
Alright. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar.
注文のうるさいやつだな。どこならいいんだ？
These moments happen way too often with Rena. I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rena was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others.
置いてかれる。早く行こうぜ。
I hadn't realized Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition? Maybe. That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi Maibara, in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. Hey, back here, there was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. Gonna see Rika do her thing. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. What is with them and their futons? Hey, this is this village's culture, you know. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons, yeah. Satoko waved her hand from the front row. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they'd saved.
どう？ちょっとはレナとドキドキできた？
やっぱりてめえ、そういうつもりだったのか。
Fucking Mion. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin.
レナはどうだった？ケイちゃんの手って意外に大きいとか思わなかった？
What the hell? Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Damn, that was fast. Good shit, though.
ミオン、お前、いつ食らったんだ？
She was instantaneous, like Dragon Ball Z. Just, I can't even see them fighting. What the hell? She, like, fucking Rena is still sad over here, and Mion is already laid out on the ground. That's amazing and terrifying.
ハウのハ あとうの間くらいだったかな。
Damn.
レナ、照れ隠しに友達を殴るのは良くないぞ。
Thank you, Keiichi.
レナ、殴ってないよ。知らないもん。
It's definitely a problem. I forgot Rena solves a lot of these problems with violence. Well, I guess we'll address that at some other time. Thump, the thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd.
お静かになさいませ。始まりですわ。
It was a solemn ritual. Ooh, a new song. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitake-san's camera.
リカちゃんが持ってるあのでかいのはなんだ？
祭事用のクワだよ。巫女さんしか触っちゃいけない神聖な農具なの。
Okay. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hose skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Interesting. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual.
今度はなんだ？布団叩きかな？
Airing out futons.
あれはね、人間に代わって冬の病魔を吸い取ってくれたお布団を清めてるの。
Ha.
ケイちゃんのお布団叩きって表現もまあ外れじゃないかね。
Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. Rude. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support.
心配か？
リカは毎日お餅つきの杵で練習してましたですの。
Oh, I can imagine. The amount of practice for something like this.
きっとやりきるでございますわ。
She's ready. Satoko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath.
ミオンとかは巫女役立候補しなかったのかよ。リカちゃんにあの重さは気の毒だよ。
そりゃ頼まれりゃやるけどね。まあ誰にでも務まるものでもないし。
そうだよな。ミコは清らかじゃないとダメだもんな。
You knew it was coming, bro. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on at a moderate pace. Alright, I guess we're taking them to the ye old river. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line.
今度は何が始まるんだ？布団を川で洗濯か？
だから綿流しだってば。
Oh, that's what it means. Okay. So we're literally just sending them down the river. They did say that before. The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. A fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here, too. People started crowding around it and clamoring.
はい、順番。並ぶよ、ケイチ君。
I wondered what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? Red and white bean buns?
食べ物じゃないよ。だから綿。
Ah, but of course. They didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rena dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. Everybody does it. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream.
ケイチ君は初めてだから、レナのやり方 方を真似するんだよ。
Okay. She held the cotton in her right hand, and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs.
これを3回繰り返すの。心の中ではお社様ありがとうって唱えるんだよ。
OYASHIRO-sama.
お社様ってなんだよ。あの神社の神様の名前か？
ひなみ沢の守り神様なの。
The guardian deity of Hinamizawa. You know what? I think I want to start keeping some notes about this. I mean, I'm only in the first chapter, but I'm sure a lot of things are going to build throughout this whole thing, so I'm gonna write some things down that I already know, just so I can keep my memory in check. I feel like that's going to be important for this game. Guardian, deity. Let's see if she says anything else.
ご利益もあるけど、たたりもあるんだからね。
Miracles and
ちゃ
curses.
んと敬わないとダメだよ。
I see. That sounded like a pretty frightening god. But well, when in Rome. I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama.
これでね、体についてた悪いのがこの綿に吸い取られたの。
I see.
あとは沢の流れにそっと流してね。おしまい。
I do like that you like let it go and you send it somewhere else, but yeah, interesting. Together, Rena and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the bad illnesses from Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I've seen on TV. Yeah, that's right. Those. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. Yeah, you're definitely one of them now. Very strange ritual, but hey, that's what this village does. When in Hinamizawa. At first I was a bit... Ooh.
ちょっとした不安だった。
Oh, goodness.
誰かを傷つけたいなんて考えもしなかった。
What's going on?
それでも不安は孤独を生んで疑念へと変わり、やがて黒い殺意が心を闇に閉ざしていった。戻らない日常。少年は足を踏み出す。その先が
Oh my god.
奈落の底だとも気づかずに。
Oh my god.
鬼隠し。
Dude.
信じたいと思う気持ちが生んだ悲劇。流した涙は懺悔か、それとも怨恨か。
Holy crap. Oh my god. Well, I'm terrified again. Dude, we got the whole chapter title drop. The narrate. Dude, I am... That kind of fucked me up, I'm not gonna lie. Like, what the hell? Yeah, he's walking into the abyss, for sure. I've been feeling it, I've been dreading it. But they just, like, straight up said it right there. And there was more to that, too, like, talking about their murderous intent. Like, what? I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that, because I was like, whose voice was that? Like, was that Rena? Was that Rika? It was one of those two, but I was just so, like, caught off guard by that I didn't even, like, fully focus. I'm gonna have to, when I go back and edit that, listen again and read it again, because that is... Oh, goodness. Okay. Damn, so is the chapter about to end? This was like our introductory stuff, you know? And now that Keiichi fully feels like a part of Hinamizawa, like after, you know, him getting to know everyone and doing everything and, you know, fully ingratiating himself like as a member of the club and here at the festival in front of everyone and then to partake in that ritual. Ritual very strange, by the way. How did that start with the futons and the cotton? I guess it's more so about the cotton. They just use the futons now in modern times, maybe. But since it's, it's pretty bountiful source of cotton. Yeah, I don't know. Very strange. I don't know. I'm just okay. I'm good. Let's keep going. Is the chapter about to end? Let's see. While staring off into the stream, I somehow got separated from Rena. I wasn't very lonely though. I know this place now. This is where I live. My home. Yeah, see, he's fully in it now. And that's gonna be the problem. Oh my god. It's probably better if I just stay here instead of wandering around aimlessly. Someone would surely find me while I was enjoying the evening breeze. I heard a familiar voice. It was Tomitake-san's. Uh-oh. I headed towards it. I'm so spooked right now.
どうですか、富武さん。いい写真はいっぱい撮れましたか?
I'm so spooked. The game literally was just like, fuck you, here's the tone shift. It's coming. The abyss. And I'm just like, okay, I'm hiding behind my mic. Go ahead, you know.
ああ、おかげさまでね。
Tomitake-san was with a girl. Oh. I felt a little like I was intruding.
圭一君はどうだったかしら?
Oh, she cute.
お祭りは楽しめた?
From the way she spoke, it seemed like she was a resident of Hinamizawa. I really should try harder to remember people's faces here. What was her name?
その、楽しかったです。
Her face must have given away how desperately I was trying to remember her name because she gave a lighthearted chuckle.
圭一君はまだ引っ越してきて日が浅いんだそうだね。他の子たちととても親しげだったから、とてもそうは思えなかったよ。
If that's how it looked, it was probably all thanks to Rena and Mion.
あなたも今日のお祭りに参加して自分がひなみ沢の人間になれたんだって自
Definitely.
覚できたんじゃないかしら?
どうなんでしょうね。
おや、圭一君らしくない返事だね。
I tried to get used to Hinamizawa, but there were still plenty of things I didn't know. The faces of people I'd met, for example. Things that had happened in the past as well.
なんだ。
Still troubling him, understandably.
その程度のことで君は疎遠に感じていたのかい?
Wait, dude. Did you nat 20 your insight check? You know what's up?
疎遠なんて大げさなもんじゃないですよ。ただその、なんていうのか。
That incident at the dam construction site. The fighting over it and other conflicts. That terrible incident they pretended they didn't even know about whenever I brought it up. Even though it was in the past, as someone living in Hinamizawa, it wasn't wrong to want to know about both the good and bad that had happened here. Blessings and curses.
それを知ることで君が納得するなら、僕の知っている範囲で何でも教えるよ。
Oh. Okay. Tomitake-san's smile made me more relieved than I'd ever been. It was hard to think of what to ask when someone said, ask me anything, though. Even when there was so much I wanted to ask.
じゃあ、ダム工事について聞かせてください。
Here we go.
ひなみ沢が水没するとかいう大事件だったんですよね。
ダムについては、多分ここの人に聞いた方が詳しいと思うけどな。ま、僕が知っている範囲でいいんなら。
It might be dangerous to push that with the locals. I think this is a perfect conversation to have with another outsider, so to speak.
新聞で読んだ程度だけどね。
Tomitake-san's eyes entered an unfocused gaze as he searched through his memory. Then he spoke.
ダムの計画が決まったのは7、8年くらい前なんだ。黒部に次ぐ巨大な計画だったと聞いてるね。
Okay, 7 or 8 years ago. That checks out. From the date that we saw. Which I think was 75. There were 3 major issues in Japan at that time. Improving inter-island transportation infrastructure meeting the higher demand for electricity, and flood control. Okay. There was a boom of dam building due to the massive economic stimulus they provided on top of generating electricity and flood control. Hinamizawa had the right conditions to support dam construction, so it was singled out. Makes sense.
ダムの完成に伴って生まれるダム湖はかなりの面積になったらしいね。この南沢からずっと上流の矢郷地あたりまでが全部沈むことになったらしい。
Yeah, so much area just taken away.
しかし、なんだって人が住んでる南沢にわざわざダムを作るんですか？もっと他の人が住んでないところに作ればいいのに。
よくは知らないんだが、ダムを作るのに適した地形ってのがあったって聞いてるね。
Of course, there were protests here in Hinamizawa. Rika-chan had said that they had fought. From that choice of words, I had to guess things had turned violent. Wow, that kind of recontextualizes why she always says to keep fighting. I don't like that.
裁判にもなったし、議会でも取り上げられたんだ。東京の新聞にも載ったよ。
Mion had told me all about that as well. I'm sure every resident of Hinamizawa had united to fight together. The feeling of solidarity found here, which could not be expressed properly with mere words, was likely brought about by that battle.
で、いろいろな不祥事や汚職が発覚してね。
Oh.
ややこしいことになっているうちに工事中止が決まったんだそうだよ。
Bribery and scandals. If I wanted to know, now was my only chance to ask. It was certainly a bizarre incident that boys my age would be curious about. I felt a little shame from the fact that I was petty enough to have my curiosity piqued by Rena and Mion's refusal to talk about the event. But I figured I might as well ask since I had the chance. Go for it. Just so I would stop thinking about it so much. Yeah, I'd be the same way. Understandable.
バラバラ殺人ってありましたよね。
あったよ。偶然その時期に南沢に。
Oh shit.
だからよく覚えてるよ。
Tomitaka-san's answer was nonchalant in contrast to my hesitantly forced out question.
ちょうど4年前の今頃だったかな。
Oh, I don't like this music change. I don't like it. 4 years ago.
あれも確か綿流しの日だったね。
Whoa. Hold. It was on the day of the Watanagashi? It was exactly this day 4 years ago? Debate on whether to continue construction on the dam was in disarray. Scandal after scandal rocked the project near the end. The incident that was the final nail in the coffin for the dam project. A fight at the dam construction site ended in the victim being murdered. Fearing prosecution, the 6 assailants divided the remains into 6 pieces and each hid one. 5 of the 6 criminals turned themselves in out of guilt, but 1 was still on the run. The right arm he'd hidden had yet to be found. The major details lined up with what was in the tabloid I'd read earlier. It certainly was a tragic incident, but it wasn't so terrible that Rena and Mion needed to hide it from me. The rabbit hole has to go way deeper. I guess they didn't want someone who just moved here to have a negative impression of Hinamizawa. I felt grateful for having friends who worried so much about me, as well as shame for still being so interested in it.
当時はダムのトラブルの末期だったからね。お社様のたたりだって言って随分騒がれたんだよ。
There you go. Damn. Makes sense, they would think of it that way.
お社様のたたりか。
OYASHIRO-sama was the name of the god at the shrine that held the festival today, if I recalled correctly. I see. The guardian deity rained divine punishment down on the evil dam construction for trying to flood Hinamizawa. Whoa.
若い人たちはそうは思わなかったみたいだけれど。
Oh? Divine punishment, huh?
お年寄りたちはお社様のたたりだと疑わなかったみたいね。
The younger ones didn't think so. The woman with Tomitaka-san chuckled mischievously. Yeah, this CG is fucked up. I don't like that face. Tomitaka-san began laughing with her. It was so infectious I ended up laughing as well.
でも今ではどうかしらね。結構いるんじゃないかしら。若い人にも。
いるって何がですか？
A few what?
信じてる人だよ。お社様のたたり。
Oh my god. Amongst the youth, huh? They wouldn't happen to be, club members, would they? The woman's lips were still curled into a smile, but her expression turned stern. I don't like that she's smiling.
その後ね、毎年起こるんだよ。決まって今頃にね。
Wait, continued every year?
怒るって何が？
Yeah, what continued? What the fuck? Because today is Watanakashi. What do you mean? Because before, I was like, okay, it was exactly this day 4 years ago. That doesn't really mean anything, but it's like, okay, that's still freaky. But what do you mean? What is continued? Tomitaka-san paused for a second as if to build up some suspense. Then he whispered to me as if someone might have been listening. What the
毎
fuck?
年綿流しの日になるとね、
Someone gets murdered? Whoa.
誰かが死ぬんだよ。
Whoa. Whoa. Holy fuck. Oh, we just crossed the point of no return. There's no going back. Oh
バ
my
ラバラ
god.
殺人の翌年の綿流しの日。ひなみ沢の住人でありながらダムの誘致派だった男が
What?
旅行先で崖下の濁流に転落して死亡した。奥さんに至っては死体も上がってない。
They just fell, huh? They happened to support the dam, but you know, they just fell. Okay.
ひなみ沢の人間でありながらダムに
Uh-huh.
賛成していた男
Right.
ですからね。事故当時、お年寄りたちはお社様の
Oyashiro-sama's curse. I think someone's making this curse manifest. Oh god, the woman chuckled mischievously
さら
again.
に翌年、綿流しの晩、
Okay, then the next year, what happened then?
今度は神社の神主が
What?
原因不明で急死した。
Unknown illness.
奥さんはその晩のうちに沼に
What?
自炊自殺した。
Drowned herself in the bog in that swamp? Onikakushi? What the fuck?
神社の神主って今日のこの神社の神主ですか？
The woman nodded.
村人たちはお社様のお怒りを鎮めきれなかったんだって噂したわね。
さらに翌年、これもまた綿流しの晩、今度は近所の主婦が撲
What?
殺体で発見された。
Battered body of a local housewife. Housewife? Up until now, all these mysterious deaths were people involved with the dam or had connections with Oyashiro-sama. Yeah, that is different. So what about this year? It's going to be Keiichi. No, but who? What the fuck? With that in mind, could the housewife have been involved in some way too? I mean, maybe, but I don't
そ
know.
の通りよ。
The woman stated slyly. No, it was more menacingly. Why are you so into this? You creepy bitch.
被害者の一家はね、その2年前に転落
Whoa.
死したダム誘致派の男の弟一家に当たるのよ。
Oyashiro's curse.
弟本人はまだ生きてるらしいね。でもやはりかなり気にしてね、近隣の町に引っ越してったらしいよ。
Oh my god. Ain't no going back now. For a while, I stood there with my mouth agape. The battle over the dam construction with Hinamizawa's future at stake. And the murder at the center of it all. That was all I knew, and that was all I wanted to ask about. But that wasn't all there was to the story. Rabbit hole, baby. Oh my god. And that's probably still just, I don't know, man. Because, like, the incidents are the incidents. But the fact that, yeah, we learned that last year was, you know, the family of the guy who supported the dam who died. Like, someone has to be, like, keeping the curse, like, alive, like, manifesting it, right? It might be, I don't know, the killer who, you know, he left his car and he's probably still here, but it's like, man, this is happening. That wasn't all there was to the story. Homicide, body disposal, accidental deaths, terminal illness. Yeah, the Shinto priest with the illness, that was what was throwing me off. Like, I don't know, man. This is so weird. Suicide, fatal beatings. I'm a pretty level-headed person. I don't really want to believe in curses. Like, yeah, there could be a supernatural element to this. Like, it could be a curse, but nah, dude. I can't. It's like, it's just too convenient, though. But the freakish deaths happen every year on the day of the Watanagashi, and all of them were related to the dam construction? It was easy to dismiss each of them as coincidences by themselves, but when you put them all together, dismissing all of them as coincidence would then defy logic. Yeah, there's no way it's coincidence. The only question is it curse or something even crazier, which is crazy to think about. I don't believe in curses, but every single year on the day of the Watanagashi, somebody or something makes it happen without fail. Exactly, yeah. What I'm saying, man, the woman chuckled again as if she picked up on what I was thinking. I felt like she was saying, maybe there was. Maybe we frightened him. Stuff like that. I felt embarrassed at being read so easily. I pressed Tomitaka-san to continue, a bit of impatience and irritation in my tone. I'm so itchy.
でその翌年の綿流しの晩にもまた人が死ぬわけですよね。今度は誰です？
Okay.
さてね、圭一君は誰だと思うかな？
The fuck? The way he said it didn't agree with me. The sarcastic tone ticked me off. Yeah, I don't like that either. I don't like that, Tomitaka. You had a real wholesome moment. The festival. Don't do this to me, bro. You're being real helpful, but I don't like that.
はぐらかさないでくださいよ。俺は結構真剣に。
Yeah, honestly.
まあまあ圭一君落ち着いて。
I realized when she tried to calm me down that I had been panicking.
別にはぐらかしたつもりはないんだよ、圭一君。つまり、その翌年の綿流しってのは、つまり。
That's this year.
今日よ。
Yeah, exactly. That's literally today. Oh my god. Fuck. When Tomitaka-san hesitated to say it, she finished for him. I broke into a cold sweat. I really didn't like the direction this was headed.
みんな口にしないけど、今夜また何か起こるんじゃないかって思ってる。
Somebody's going to die. Oh my god.
こんなにお祭りで賑わってるのに？
Dude, it better not be Rika. Oh my god. Like her's the shrine maiden? It better not be Rika. Oh my goodness. Don't you dare.
あのね、去年の被害者の主婦は不信心者だったらしくてね。綿流しのお祭りに参加しなかったらしいの。
A non-believer.
今年の綿流しに参加しないと、お社様の怒りに触れるかもしれないって噂。圭一君なら聞いてるんじゃないか。
No, not a damn word. Everybody's like, let's play zombie tag and let's play fucking presidents and get bopped by the fucking principal. Like, no, we didn't hear about consecutive yearly festival death and curses. I never even heard a whisper of that rumor.
じゃあみんなのお祭りの参加はたたりを恐れて？
Wow, yeah, the reason there were so many people there. They're afraid. Holy shit.
そうなんじゃないかと思うね。今年の綿流しは例年になく参加者が多いよ。
やっぱりみんな怖いんでしょうね。
I'm kind of curious. I should probably do this like more often, but I'm kind of curious what the original art looks like here. Give me a sec. It's the remake. The original. Man, she is just as creepy. The style definitely, yeah, the original style by Onikakushi definitely has its own creepy factor with it as well.
OYASHIRO 様のたたり。
I couldn't utter a single word. In this modern age, where we've made progress in all scientific fields, shedding light on the unknown and misunderstood, where black and white television has been eradicated and we've sent men to the moon, even with all of our accomplishments, this can exist in modern society?
桜ってことで近隣の町の子供会をかなり招待したらしいけど。
To pad the numbers, dude.
やっぱり一連の事件を受けてあんまり参加はなかったみたいね。人集めに苦労してるって町会の人がぼやいてたもの。
警察もね、過去の事件は全て別個のもので関連性はないとしてるみたいだけどね。警備ってことで私服警官をだいぶ立たせてたみたいだよ。
Well, at least they did that. I mean, yeah, I guess they can't really like. I mean, if it's a curse, you know, or if man. It finally began to dawn on me why Rena and Mion were reluctant to talk. If nothing happened during this Watanagashi, everything would have been over with and I'd be none the wiser. That's true. That's a really fair point, yeah. If nothing happened, all would be well. In that case, it would all end up being just crazy talk. I should have just pretended like I knew nothing from the beginning. Ignorance is bliss, man. And they wouldn't have had to act like nothing happened. And we would have all gotten back to life as usual. I'll be looking into the abyss now.
やっぱり刺激が強すぎたかしら。
Yeah, no shit. The woman ran her fingers through her hair as she sighed.
いえ、そんな全然。
I tried to act strong, but that just served to emphasize how much the information had unsettled me. After seeing how I looked, Tomitaka-san appeared to regret saying anything. Look, at least I'm glad this guy turned out to be solid. He's been real cool. He's been real helpful. This girl is just... she's a little too into the subject, but yeah, I don't know. Letting out a sigh, he then spoke, forcing an awkward, upbeat demeanor.
まさか圭一君、たたりなんて信じてるわけじゃないだろう。
So what do you think?
そりゃまあ。
You think someone's doing this?
全ての事件が原因不明で犯人も手口も謎っていうなら僕もたたりを疑ってもいいよ。だけど実際には違う。どの事件もちゃんと警察が捜査して真相や犯人を究明してる。
For all of the cases, hearing him say police made me feel a lot better. It was perfect for repelling the word curse.
例えば一番最初のバラバラ殺人。言ったよね。犯人は一人を残して全員逮捕されてる。
That is such a loose end, though.
残った一人だって時間の問題さ。
A matter of time. It's been years.
動機だって酒の上での口論からと判明してる。
Okay, that's what they said the motive was, but I'll take it. I'll take it for what it is.
たたりなんかじゃない。
That's true. That was, yeah, that was no curse.
だろう？
That was true. If it didn't happen on the day of the Watanagashi, then I wouldn't think it was related to the curse at all.
次の誘致派の夫婦の事故死だってそうさ。恨みを買う立場だったからね。警察が特に入念に捜査したと思う。
Right.
それで発表は事故。
I mean, sure. Yeah. Could have just been an accident.
他殺じゃない。
でもまた綿流しの日に起きたんですよね。
考えてもみなよ、ケイチ君。ひなみ沢に敵が多かった彼が地元のお祭りにおちおち参加できると思うかい？彼にとっては綿流しの時期は特にひなみ沢に居づらい時期に違いないよ。だからわざわざこの時期に旅行をし、意図的にひなみ沢を離れようとしたんじゃないかな。
It wasn't a very clear explanation, but I sort of understood what Tomitake-san was getting at. Nah, no. I am not satisfied with that. So I pressed on earnestly, asking more questions so that I could convince myself. Yeah, Keiichi is like, he wants to be grounded so bad. Of course, he needs like that right now. And bless Tomitake's heart for trying, but I want to know what he really thinks, you know? I don't know. I mean, he probably just believes that, which is fine. Like, sure. All the cases have been investigated, all the facts of those that the police could uncover, like, are simply what it is, like, especially with the illness, right? Just the timing is so, like... But I guess we'll see with this year. It's just all so, like, weird, like...
じゃあ富武さん、その次に死んだ神主さんはどうです？
Okay, sure. Yeah, if we can run through all these one by one, then alright, sure.
原因不明の奇病だって。それもまたしても綿流しの日に。
神主さんはもっと説明がつきやすいよ。綿流しのお祭りは神主さんにとっては年に一度の大行事。
Stress.
過労に体調不良が重なったんだろうね。
That is awful.
あるいはもともと持病持ちだったのかもしれない。
Yeah, because that's what you would assume, that it would be like a pre-existing condition if they said like from an illness. But I guess, yeah, it could have been a stress, heart attack or something. God. Alright.
でも奇病ですよ。
Right, yeah, that's what they said, huh? Unknown illness.
でもこの医学の進歩した時代に原因不明なんて。
尾ひれだよ。噂が噂を呼んだだけさ。2年立て続けに事件が起これば誰だって過敏になるよ。急死は確かに不自然だったかもしれないけど、
Yes.
こういう死に方をすると必ず警察が検証する。で、事件性は発見されなかったんだろう。本当に偶然の病死なんだよ。
Yeah, this is the problem with this right now. Like, it's good to know all this, but this is such like this is exactly like the protests being like the cover or just like the face of like what is said that why the dam construction stopped versus like the other tip, which is the fucking murder. You know, the breaking point. Now, we learned about the bribery and the scandals and all these different things, but we didn't even, hear about those, you know what I mean? So there was even more to it than that. But this feels just like that. Just the convenient conclusion. I mean, if they can't investigate further, then sure. Like, that's what it is. Like, if this guy dies from an illness, like, sure. That's fine. But the problem is, like, we can't get any deeper than that. We got no details. We got, like... He's like, oh, yeah, he just died from illness, you know? The autopsy, there wasn't enough. It's like, I don't know.
確か神主の奥さんが自殺してますよね。じゃあこれは？
すでに説明した通りさ。3年目の事件に村人たちは動揺していた。信心深い人たちはすぐにたたりだと決めてかかったのさ。もちろん神主の奥さんもね、自殺の際に死んでお社様の怒りをお鎮めするみたいな遺書が見つかったらしいし。
I don't like any of this because I'm like, that could have been planted. Like,
じゃあ次の主婦の事件はまたしても綿流しの日に。
この事件は犯人も逮捕されて解決してるよ。一種の異常者でひなみ沢のたたり騒ぎを面白がって再現したと自供してる。
okay, that's interesting. So I wonder if that last year would have just been normal, if not for someone who was literally trying to do it. Like we were thinking, someone doing it. I guess someone did. Well, hopefully this year,
じ
nothing.
ゃあ次の年の事件は
Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll see, buddy. Oh yeah, this year is the next year. Tomitaka-san gave a hearty laugh.
もう何も起こらないよ。
Boy, I hope so.
今度こそね。
Uh-huh.
お社様のたたりなんてもともとない。
Oh, for sure.
一連の偶然をあると信じている人たちがそうだと吹聴しているだけさ。
Hey, who knows? Maybe enough people believe in something. Now it's real, you know? Like a fucking Warhammer orcs or whatever. That's a thing, right? My internal computer finally got itself back on track. I felt a bit embarrassed by how childish I'd become after losing control and panicking. Well, at least Keiichi feels better.
僕は圭一君がひなみ沢をとても好きだと思ってることをよく知って、仮にお社様のたたりが実在したとしても、そんな圭一君にたたりがあるなんてとても思えないね。
I felt very relieved. I should probably just forget everything I heard tonight. I'll greet Rena and Mion tomorrow with the same smile as always. They'd probably also like tonight to end without incident so they could continue on tomorrow without having worried me. Perhaps seeing my change in attitude, the woman who had been listening in stretched as she got up from the rock she was sitting on.
さてと、そろそろ私は戻らないとね。
Alright, possibly Taiga. Thank you.
おっと、僕も少々長くおしゃべりしすぎたかな。
Thanks, man. This guy's been very cool. There were so few people compared to the crowd from before, I could only make out a few groups of families enjoying the cool evening air. I looked at my watch. It seemed we talked for the better part of an hour.
圭一君もお友達と一緒に来たんでしょ。みんなを探したら。
そうだった。みんな俺のことを探してるかもしれない。
Right, right. Yeah, let's just all go home and nothing will happen, please. The game laughs at me as I say that.
女の子に探させるなんてなかなかの罪人だね。
じゃあね、おやすみなさい、圭一君。次郎さんもね。また後ほど。
Tomitaka-san seems to be quite the scoundrel himself, so his name is Jiro. Oh, okay. Jiro-san. After dusting off her backside, she disappeared into the crowd of people still busy cleaning up the shrine grounds. Fuck you, Higurashi. You're just gonna just play the happy song right after that? Granted, Keiichi feels better. You know, Tomitaka said the right things. You know, our boy Jiro. Jiro's very cool. Cool guy. Eased the burden of Keiichi wanting to know, and now he knows. It's still very concerning. We'll go into the abyss smiling. Why not? In her place, Rena came running over. I could see all the others behind her. Speak of the devil.
悪い悪いケイちゃん、すっかり話し込んじゃっててさ。
I'd completely forgotten about them, all caught up in my own conversation, so we were even.
あら、富武さんもご一緒でございましたの。ちょうどよかったですわ。今日の射的の結果発表がありますです。
Oh, right. Tomitake. Right.
ああ、 そうだったね。
The penalty. Oh my god, is Tomitake gonna die? Oh no.
結局ビリは僕なのかな。
Oh my god. Stop it. What the fuck is that? Dead last. Ryukishi. Stop it. In the end, after my dramatic victory, Rika-chan was the last challenger, but there weren't many targets left. The ones remaining were all tiny and difficult to hit. Oh right, she still had to go, that's right. She did take her time and aim, but all 3 shots completely missed. She was to end up sharing the loser's crown with Tomitake-san. Got you. Right. However, she did her little meeping cry in front of the owner, and he turned to mush instantly. Damn. It's like Puss in Boots. Just her special move. It works. She's very adorable, especially in her yukata. She was given a pack of gum as a consolation prize. A pack of gum. Get shit on, Tomitake. Her methods were a bit audacious, but she did avoid being the loser rather magnificently.
思うにリカちゃんって結構タヌキだろ。
She's very smart. She's probably second most dangerous next to Mion.
圭一の言ってる意味がわかりませんです。
Yeah, sure.
なわけでビリは富武さんに決まり。
Dead. Last. Everyone cheered and applauded. Tomitake-san smiled wryly, slightly bewildered.
じゃあ富武さん、覚悟はいいかな？罰ゲーム。
Penalty time, what's it gonna be? If Mion just says, "You're going to die for Watanagashi," that's your penalty. Can you imagine? Pulls out a fucking gun. Can you imagine?
え？あ、忘れてた。
You're too naive, Tomitake-san. This is why you've got to avoid losing in our club. Mion pulled a felt tip marker from her pocket. Oh, it's that.
ミオン、武士の情けだ。
The old Jigglypuff special, eh?
せめて彗星にしてやれ。優勢は辛い。
油性じゃないとダメだよ。お洗濯したら落ちちゃうじゃない。
なんだいお手柔らかに頼むよ。
All of us pinned his arms behind his back, and Mion approached him with the marker in one hand.
キュッキュッキュッ。
But she didn't write on Tomitake-san's face. She wrote on the shirt he was wearing. Right, that's why she mentioned, the washer. Yeah, in the laundry. He's wearing a black shirt, so I'm wondering. You'd better have your big break this year, Mion. Huh. Rena took up the marker next. Show me your photos next time, okay, Rena? It was a little heartwarming, and I just had to laugh. It's like signing a cast.
これじゃあ罰ゲームってより寄せ書きじゃないか。
Yeah. Amazing.
私は甘くはありませんのよ。ちゃんと罰ゲームでいきますわ。
Haha, dead last, Satoko. Try harder next time, Rika. Oh. Always encouraging.
圭一さんもどうぞでございます。
Eiichi's turn. I couldn't decide what to write, but based on what kind of penalty this was probably the most appropriate. Come back and play again, Keiichi. Nice. I like it. Tomitake-san was silent the entire time. At first he was quite bewildered, but now he had a different look on his face. Well shit, now if this guy dies, then we all signed our names on his fucking shirt. Damn.
これを着たまま帰郷するのも罰ゲームのうちに入るのかな。
もちろん。ちゃんと着たまま家に帰ってね。
Damn, he can't even change his clothes before he leaves tomorrow? That's messed up.
次に来る時にも着てきてくれるといいな。いいな。
Oh, that's cute. He appeared deeply moved. Embarrassment mixed with a wealth of other emotions made him turn a bright red.
わかった。次に来る時もこれを着てくるよ。
This is totally what's gonna happen, dude. They made this guy too likable too quickly. And like him giving the whole exposition. Oh my god, please, Ryukishi, don't kill him. Don't do it.
約束する。
And he's making a promise, like, I'll come back, I'll wear it. It's like, don't do this, man. Everyone cheered and applauded. It was the finest parting gift possible for a buddy heading out tonight. Oh, it's heading out tonight, okay. I saw the woman who was with Tomitake-san standing near the festival grounds. It seemed Tomitake-san noticed her too, and knew it was time to leave.
お連れ様がお待ちみたいじゃん。そろそろお時間かな。
Isn't it about time? Mion did say he does well.
うん、そうみたいだね。
My man. Tomitake-san headed off towards her and seemed to apologize for making her wait. We all shouted stuff at Tomitake-san. Each time we did, he looked back and waved his hand. Eventually, he faded into the darkness of the night, out of sight. It was quite the casual farewell. This wasn't the first time any of us had seen someone off. They had done the same thing many times before.
行っちゃったね。
じゃ、うちらも引き上げるかね。
And nothing at all will happen. Nothing terrible. Good day. Rika-chan had to stay behind with the other committee members since they were having a meeting. Satoko was tagging along with her. Dude, not Rika. Oh my god, I'm so terrified of something happening to Rika. I think it's going to be to Tomitake, but we'll see. I headed back home with the usual suspects. I mean, of course, it would be awful if anything happened to any of these characters, because they're great, and, you know, they're kids, so it's like, you know, I don't actually think they've done anything terrible. But clearly everyone's been affected by this belief in the curse, and them not wanting to tell Keiichi about everything. Like, yeah, I'm sure Keiichi's correct, like, yeah, they probably just want this year to go by with nothing happening, and not to, like, bring Keiichi into that. And then everything will be fine. Everything will be normal. Like, makes total sense. But you know something's gonna happen. Fuck. The walk back was quite lively, with talk of the day's war stories. Should have done this, should have done that, that kind of stuff. Rena and I parted ways with Mion, and then it was just the two of us. And we got to my house, and I parted ways with Rena as well.
こんな時間だけど、一人で大丈夫か？
全然平気だよ。近いし、走っていくし。
変な奴がいたら大声出せよ。
Oh god. Hopefully not.
出したら、助けに来てくれるのかな？かな？
No, not Rena. Dude, don't let anything happen to Rena. I'm so nervous.
聞こえたらな。
If I hear you. What kind of answer?
聞こえるくらい大きな声を出すね。
I mean, fair enough. Barely spinning her arms around at high speed, Rena dashed off. She was fine. In that mode, not even an adult could stand against her. She's got punches at least. Rena's cheerful presence disappeared and it finally became quiet again. The curse that not a soul mentioned, even under their breath. The more I learned about it tonight, the more unsettling it became. I know, I keep... You guys see me, like, I keep just like... Who's it gonna be? Oh my god. Because it's gonna be someone, I know. No shot, nothing happens. That would be the biggest bait ever. I'd respect it, but there's no way. It didn't show on any of their faces, but they were probably all quite concerned about it as well. But if nothing happens tonight, then it all ends up being just crazy talk. I kinda wish he walked Rena home, actually. What are you doing, bro? Nothing will happen. Nothing bad. Nothing at all. We're sounding the same right now. Oh my god.
どうしたのケイチ、そんなところで。中に入りなさい。風邪をひくわよ。
I need to drink some water. It was my mom.
母さんは行った？綿流しのお祭り。
結局お父さんが起きなかったからね。
Oh shit, they didn't go. Oh my god.
行きそびれちゃったわ。残念。
Mom stuck her tongue out with a bit of an embarrassed look on her face. Oh my god. I guess we'll find out. Oh my god. This sucks.